sounds intuitive. Not.
Aaron, would you like to press your button? And
I want to press the button.
I think it's this one.
Yay. Please make sound.
So, listeners, if you heard something, we have magically fixed our issue. If you haven't, I'm leaving it in so you know what you missed last week.
I'm so sad if that doesn't work.
It is episode 8.
Episode 8.
How is it episode 8?
Welcome back.
This is Unapologetic Introverts.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Jade. And I'm very tired.
Me too. Yeah, we had a little scripted moment for the welcome back, but that didn't come in. That didn't happen at all. So
sorry.
That's fine. We can save it for next week's episode.
Heck yeah.
Number 9.
We're almost at 10.
What do we do?
4.
Number 10. It's going to be a me episode. I'm so bad at topics.
You're not bad at topics.
So bad at topics.
You were sick on the weekend.
I'm still sick now. Everybody could probably hear how like stuffed up my nose is.
You don't sound too bad.
Okay.
It's not Thursday. It's Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday, surprisingly. I didn't have to push this to a Thursday again.
Happy Hump Day. Happy Administrative Assistant Appreciation Day.
Yeah, you don't have the degree for that, sorry.
I know.
I can't say
Sadness.
happy anything to you.
No. Not happy to me. Happy to my mom. She got flowers.
Ah, well, happy Administrative Assistant Day?
Appreciation or some shit.
Day?
I don't know.
Happy day, Tanya.
Happy day.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't bring the flowers home because dumbass will eat them.
That's true. Cats will do that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm breathing so heavy because I can only breathe out of my mouth and not my nose.
Yeah, mouth bleed.
I'm a mouth bleeder.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
We're off to a great start.
We made it halfway through the week. We're getting there.
Hump day.
Hump day. Sorry for last week being kind of a weird show.
I was so disappointed when I went to edit that.
Oh, it was so funny though. The show is so funny and we didn't have the sound effects, and this is all part of the learning of how to record podcasts.
I don't understand because when I plug the SD card in, it gives me a track of everything mixed, so I can't separate you and me and cut pieces correctly. I probably could, and then it always has like a sound pad thing, and there's never anything in it because we never use it. So we used it, and I figured, maybe it'll be
sounds
there.
Are in there.
So I like put it all in. Nothing.
Was the sounds in the full mix?
I didn't listen to it, to be honest.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious. I like to troubleshoot things.
Yeah, I'll have to see. So yeah, I had to cut out a bunch of funny pieces because Aaron was dying.
I was just so funny.
So many giggles.
So good.
But
we should have just left it in, and then there would have just been
so
silence
awkward.
and then laughing. And then silence and then laughing. And then me just just laughing.
I mean, there's a portion at the beginning that I forgot was there until I recorded the hey, just a heads up.
Yeah.
So like I go, at the end of the episode you'll hear something weird, and then 2 seconds later they hear it. I was like, I'm not re-recording this.
It's fine. You did a really good job recording from your phone. I was impressed.
I did it 3 times.
You could have got the Zoom thing out for that much
It was
effort.
all the way down here, and I was situated,
goodness.
and then my parents came home. Hence why I was like, you can hear my garage door opening.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I missed that bit.
But yeah, so a bunch of parts were cut, but they still exist because we still have all the files. So
excellent.
You know, when we post a blooper episode, just strictly bloopers.
Strictly bloopers.
It'll be in there. I did some research on my books that I mentioned last week because I was talking out of my butthole and didn't have any notes. And then last Saturday, I also decided it would be a great idea to go through all of my childhood school book things and everything.
Every picture, which is now clogging up more of the space on my phone.
Sorry. So the Robert Munsch. Yes, I have a book full of Robert Munsch books. I was correct in saying that was him. The marker one that I talked about is called Purple, Green, and Yellow, which was great. The one where the child is for sale in the grocery store is called Something Good. The little like bébé book about bunnies and loving your parents and everything is literally just called Guess How Much I Love You. It's by Sam McBratney. I didn't write down the illustrator because I'm a horrible human.
Rude.
The one about the mouse with and I think I said spectacle and you went monocle and I went, yep. His name was Geronimo Stilton, and he just goes on adventures. And I was kind of right about the glasses. He has glasses and a green jacket, and he just, does a bunch of things.
Well, there's like spectacles, as in glasses. You were correct.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking in my head when I said it. I pictured like one thing in my head.
Okay, so you actually thought in your head monocle, but he actually wears spectacles.
Yeah, they just like rest on the end of his nose.
Oh, cute.
I want to say he's probably British because he looks British, but if you
don't
know what it is, just Google it. There's 59 books.
Holy crap.
Of his like adventures. And then
Geronimo's living longer than all of us.
He is. When I was editing, I realized I was kind of out of tune, out of touch when we were trying to say the LGBTQ plus community, and I went, yeah, that long acronym. Please don't take offense. I didn't mean it rudely.
Yeah, no. I am a part of the LGBTQ2 plus.
I feel like it's changed because there was other letters, and when I Googled it, it was just say LGBTQ plus, and I was like, what? There used to be like a 2 and an A and an S.
Yeah,
and I don't know.
Just we love you either way. You're all great.
Please don't take offense when I go, yeah, that long acronym.
It is a really long acronym, and I think anybody can really agree with that.
Yes.
All the things. We are sorry for.
Yeah,
sorry. For being unapologetic.
Gets canceled on episode 7 talking about books.
That's about right.
Just kidding. We don't have enough listeners to get canceled.
Yeah, all 2 people who listen to this can just be like, I'm not speaking to you for like a week.
Yeah, get fucked.
Because we have to work with those people or see them in our homes.
Hannah sent us a phobia because she's a lovely human, and she emailed us, and I didn't realize because I wasn't logged into our Gmail app.
Oh, Jade, failure. Jade's like, I can't wait to get an email, and then
it kicked
never
me
answers
out.
the emails.
She didn't. I don't think she did it right after she listened because she was like, do I have to email you? And then she sent us a DM anyway. She's like, I'm going to be special. So then I didn't think that she was going to send anything. But
no, Hannah, you absolutely do not have to email us. And you did not have to, but we appreciate it so much.
I'll read it at the end of the episode.
Sounds great.
Did you check the stats at all on
No.
our not like stats? Do you ever check the responses? I kind of forget our Q&A responses are there.
Same answer.
Somebody said that they did not know that daylight saving time had occurred because of all the tech that just does it automatically.
Fair.
So you know what?
You just wake up and you feel like shit.
Yeah, you're like, oh, must have stayed up too late.
Yeah. The whole world just changed. Well, at least the whole section of 500 plus GMT or something like that.
What the fuck?
Eastern Standard Time.
Oh,
Our zone got flipped upside down,
And I'll shut up for a minute. What about bunnies?
So, yeah, I got new bunnies. No, they're not actually indoor domesticated bunnies, but I have 3 little wild baby bunnies running around my backyard.
Oh, cute.
And I, the other day when I had to take off work because I was just so sick.
Dead.
I crawled outside in the morning and I just hung out with one. Aww. I was like 2 feet away from it.
Did you take pictures of it?
No, I forgot my phone in the house, so it was kind of a moment. But
that's cute, though.
I had a moment with nature, and I appreciated not having my phone on me because it was just time to hang out. And it felt good because I miss my bunny.
Yeah, 3
though. Yeah, they're just roaming around my backyard. So my mom, she misses my bun too. Aww. She went out and bought hay for them.
Oh,
so now we're feeding them.
Hell yeah, keep the bunnies.
My mom's like, we're domesticating them now.
I've domesticated the chipmunks. It's okay. They're not scared of the cats.
I have new bunnies.
We have a bunny in our backyard, actually.
Yeah, they're everywhere right now. Mm-hmm. That time of the year.
He or she stood up the other day, and my cat so it finally noticed it and was like,
"What's that?
Hello,
who are you?
Can I eat you?" Like how do pets like dogs bark at squirrels and cats and that, but like a cat is like, a raccoon. Can I fight you? I'm like, no, it'll eat you.
No, you'll get killed. It's not something you want to do, cat.
Or the chipmunk has learned, because I've been feeding it for literally like, it's probably not the same chipmunk, but because it's been years.
Yeah.
But like, I'll just like feed it at the step, and then we like leave a pile so the cats have entertainment. And they just sit there and they dive at the window. And the chipmunk just sits there like, haha, fuck you. I know you can't get me now.
This is probably stupid, and I probably watched way too much Pokemon when I was a kid. Do chipmunks stay chipmunks?
I think so. I don't know.
Or do they turn into squirrels?
No, squirrels are different things.
Okay.
That's our quote for this week.
Give me an applause. Hopefully it will show up on the... Thank you.
Do chipmunks turn into squirrels?
Okay, listen.
Fair enough.
Listen, okay, I've been sick since last Friday.
High up NyQuil.
Yeah, basically. So I think that's a legit question. Also, being a kid that grew up on Pokemon, there always felt like there needed to be an evolution thing happen, and chipmunk to squirrel just felt natural.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
So they just stay tiny and cute forever.
Have you ever heard, and I don't know why I heard this, and I don't know if it's true, that red squirrels will be carnivorous sometimes and eat baby bunnies?
Oh my God. No. Oh, nature. Just
like not the black squirrels or the gray squirrels.
Just the red ones.
Just the red ones.
The vicious ones.
The fuckheads, yeah.
the evil squirrels. Is that why they're red?
I don't know. Apparently they're not like around here a lot, but we saw one the other day and it refused to walk normally along the fence. It was hopping like
rabies.
Maybe. It was really small.
Don't go outside.
I also think that was the same day that the raccoon was there, so I don't know if it was freaked the fuck out.
Probably, yeah. Especially in the middle of the day.
Well, it was like evening.
Okay.
Like the sun was setting.
Okay, that's fair then.
Yeah. I will double check next week if red squirrels are actually assholes. Speaking of red, the lobster plush dude.
Yeah.
I think I watch too much TikTok and just assume everything I see on the internet comes from TikTok. It was from Twitter.
Okay, Twitter.
I found it on Twitter.
That's so random.
I know. But I swear there was a video.
Yeah, I just saw your phone close the Twitter thing. You should have just sent it to me.
Oh, you piece of crap. She had posted essentially, I think her username was kill me slower, but like the O in slower was an X. It was just like a pile of lobsters. It was like, my boyfriend has an obsession. Every time he goes to Target, he buys one of these. The boyfriend has made a dedicated lobster account for this.
Oh, that's amazing. That's the dream.
It's like Mr. Lobster Cult on Twitter or something. So I was invested. I swear to God, I saw a video. Swear of them like walking. Out there. But I don't know. Maybe there's more than one boyfriend who's buying a bunch of lobster plush.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
maybe it's a trend.
Cult.
I mean, yeah, it is a cult apparently.
It's a lobster cult.
Yeah. That was my blabbing. I had a lot to blab about.
That's all right. I don't even know how long was that? That was like
I don't know, because I hit record a little bit before. It says like 16. So it's actually not that long. I feel like I just into the microphone.
That's good. It's awesome.
I don't think anything else. I always try and keep my ear out for like stuff that's happening the week that we're recording. I know I saw last week a massive volcano erupted somewhere.
Jeez.
But it was like really cool because it was like a lightning storm happening,
wow.
And there's like video of it. It was really cool. I don't know where it was.
Signs of the times.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
Yeah. Well, that's not debatable. That's literally gonna happen.
Have you watched Fallout or played the game?
No, but I do want to. I have, like, Matthew's played the game, I believe, and we're excited to watch the thing.
Mom and I started it last night.
Was it good?
For not knowing anything about the game and everything, yeah, seems good to me. It is
sweet,
very fucking gory.
Oh, really? Oh, that doesn't surprise me, to be honest.
But like, not like slasher, like, well, not like gross Walking Dead people are, it's like happy music people are fucking getting killed.
This just reminded me. I am rewatching, because I am one of those people. I am rewatching Grey's Anatomy, not through the whole thing. I'm just replaying like season 15 to catch up with all the new. What I do with shows is I will just like let a few years lapse if they're going to be like shows like Grey's Anatomy that continue to go. I'll let a few years lapse and then I'll rewatch some of the older seasons to catch up.
And then binge.
And then I'll just binge it when I get over my other stuff. But the episode, I didn't realize this started on the episodes, but it starts up every episode with like a maturity warning and what the contents of the show were.
Has it always done that?
I don't know, but I'm watching it on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
And it says, what does it say? Gore, sex, paraphernalia, all this other stuff. And I'm like, what a combination. I've never thought of Grey's Anatomy that way, as in gory, but because of the subject matter.
Yeah, working in the ER.
Yeah, and then surgery.
Yeah.
It's gore.
I've never watched Grey's Anatomy. Like, never.
I don't blame you.
I have watched partial episodes on TikTok when I'm really bored. And I'm like, what's happening?
It took me a while to get into it, but I really liked the characters.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Is everybody basically fucking dead or gone by now? Except for Meredith.
Almost, I think. I think Meredith's the only one left technically now. From the original group.
Like, one of them...
I haven't...
well, a couple of them died in a plane crash, right?
Yeah, but they came in kind of... They weren't really part of the original crew. They came in like a couple seasons after.
Izzy's gone. Did Izzy die or did she leave? Izzy. What's her face? Oh, Firefly Lane.
Catherine Hegel?
Yeah.
As far as I remember, she's with, and spoiler alert, Alex now.
Yes.
With the kids. So I think they're still there. And
Christina went crazy after the plane crash.
Yeah, and then she goes off to somewhere in Europe, Switzerland or something like that.
Spoilers if you don't know this. Yeah. Derek's dead.
Oh, yeah. That's quite obvious. I think it's
Derek's dead.
Past spoilers at this point.
There's a lady that has a drug problem or had one. Amelia?
That's Amelia. Yeah, that's Derek's sister.
Okay.
I don't know if she's still in the show. Like, as far as I'm on, like, season 15, she's still within the show.
That's becoming what are they on now?
17?
Oh, okay. I was thinking like 20 something.
Maybe they're on. Yeah.
I don't know.
Just crack open my Netflix here and I can tell you. Anyway, I just thought that was so weird that it's like, of all the times I've watched this, I never thought of Grey's Anatomy being gore.
I don't think there was anything on Amazon that was like, just FYI.
They're on season 19 that's out on Netflix, so they're probably on season 20 now.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. But yeah, because we were talking about it at lunch at work yesterday, and everyone was like, have you watched Fallout? Because David was sitting there doing like the thing, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're not even facing the window. He's like, oh, have you like watched Fallout? I said, no. I said, I know it's a game, and I know kind of what it's about. I said, no, I haven't. And then Mom turned it on last night, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we need to,
The first episode was really long. I was surprised.
Yeah, I think a lot of these things are turning like series into almost micro movies.
She was like, oh, let's watch I was like, it is 9 p.m. I'm going to bed because it's going to be like another hour and a half. No, it was good. She kept asking me questions. She was like, when is like the opening scene? She's like, when is this? Like the 50s? I was like, girl, I don't know.
I don't know. It's an alternate universe.
I can Google the game if you'd like.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good.
No, I'm excited to watch it. I can't wait, actually. It looks it's up my alley of like, I like apocalyptic stuff.
It's a different kind of gore.
Yeah.
Like totally different.
Not overly brutal?
Well, no, yeah. But
brutal, but
just, I don't know. Like it's not
like Mad Max kind of gore. Do you even know what Mad Max?
I know what it is. I've never seen it. Like,
probably like Borderlands gore.
That's also another game, right?
Another video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think I'd be okay with it. Honestly, I watch a lot of that
good.
crap. Apparently, Grey's Anatomy isn't that?
It's such a gore fanatic, Aaron.
It's true.
Well, I mean, I grew up watching Untold Stories at the ER. That's what I was watching.
Literally, like, not a child show.
I remember a guy on a motorcycle like ran into a tree. He had a branch in his helmet, in his neck. 2 people got speared by like a fence post. Yeah, real stories.
Okay, this is
just
worse
like
than Grey's Anatomy.
Reenactments.
If that's actually real shit, because Grey's Anatomy's fake as hell.
Yeah, I grew up on TLC watching Untold Stories at the ER, and I didn't know I was pregnant.
Oh, rip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Shall we get into it?
We shall.
So today we have a lineup of kind of bizarre legal cases that have captured the world's attention at one point in time.
Yeah. Like I told you, this was harder than I thought it was going to be, because there's a bunch that are just like belching. Very like quick one sentence, oh, they lost, or oh, this person tried this, it was thrown out. And I'm like, I need a little bit more sustenance.
Yeah. Give us something to chew on.
So it took a little bit more, and I did not do my greatest due diligence, but I found a couple.
Yeah, Google's kind of dropping the ball lately.
Thank you. It's not just me.
Yeah, it's when I'm searching things, and even just nothing to do with our show or anything, but I just find it's like everything's sponsored, or it's giving me the most generic answer. Like it's rounded my very detailed question down to a very generic answer that is not actually related to the question that I'm asking.
Annoyed.
Yeah, for all the, AI tech that's out there, you think Google would be getting more into the detail.
No, they're just worried about you humming a song.
Yeah, basically. So, who wants to go first?
You can go first. Yours are probably more interesting than mine.
Okay, so this is going to take us back to 1992. And you've heard of this. Everybody's heard of this. But I thought we could have a short discussion on
Bet you I haven't.
Our feelings. I bet you have. I bet you have. There's no way you haven't. It's so common. This is technically one of the weirdest lawsuits in history. It's the case of, I want to say her name is Liebeck.
Okay.
Versus McDonald's.
Oh, the coffee one.
Yes.
I only know about this recently.
Yes.
From another podcast.
Really?
That talked about lawsuits. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So, this is also known as the McDonald's hot coffee lawsuit. In 1992, Stella Liebeck, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize, Stella.
It's okay.
You might not be around anymore anyways. She was 79 years old. Yeah. She spilled hot coffee on herself after purchasing it from McDonald's drive-thru. So whether or not she was holding on to it and driving or whatnot,
setting it in her lap like
something
people do.
Like that. Yeah. She suffered 3rd-degree burns and required skin grafts, which I find insane. Like, to think that if the coffee was that hot,
how'd you not feel it through the cup that hot?
True. Not only that, but is the cup regulated? It's 1992, so nobody was on top of that shit. But was the cup regulated and to carry that kind of hot liquid, or was it melting like the inner wax off the cup too? Like, were you actually consuming more chemicals because it was so hot? Like, I have more questions than just like this poor lady got severely burned.
When I first heard about it, I don't remember them saying the year, and I also saw it when I did this. I thought it was recent.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, are you fucking stupid?
No, like it would make like that response makes sense if it was recent, because she's the reason they had to put all those hot warnings.
That makes sense.
On cups and stuff, and also the reason why a lot of regulations got changed within that whole decade of like safe food handling and what you can hand a customer or whatnot, right? So everyone's always bitching about their coffee not being hot enough.
You can thank Stella.
We don't need to blame Stella. It's just that for your own safety. If you want to make lava coffee, do it at home. It'll save you $7.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if you spilt hot chocolate or coffee on you that you made at home, it's probably not going to give you 3rd-degree burns.
I mean, I have done that once, but that was just overkill on my part and totally my fault. So Liebeck sued McDonald's for her injuries, arguing that the coffee was unreasonably hot and that the company had failed to provide adequate warning about the potential of danger. So the case kind of got popular because it seemed kind of frivolous, like obvious too. Like
oh, coffee's hot.
Yeah,
wow.
Coffee's hot. You think you should use your brain about that. But it actually highlighted a lot of issues, like I just said, that, you know, products had liabilities, like issues that could hurt other people. And I think it was an important turning point to be like, yeah, okay, so these things can do damage, and if you're not prepared to be sued, you should probably put the obvious warning signs on them.
Probably in the same sense of all these toys and Legos choking hazard type
Yes,
situation.
or plastic bags.
Yeah.
Because kids used to put plastic bags on their heads and run around. I think it was something to do with like pretending to be astronauts. They were like, you know, bubble helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah, not so smart on the plastic bag front, but
no.
Hey, we're trying to get rid of those. Maybe one day. Ultimately, Liebeck was awarded $640,000 in compensatory damages.
Oh.
So compensation just in a different form, which was later reduced to $480,000.
Oh.
And
I'm going to Google what that is today.
Yes, I was going to say, can you look that up? And $2.7 million in punitive damages. So, Jade, tell us, what is, I don't know which one you're going to look up, 480,000?
I'm doing the 480.
What is $480,000 from 1992 worth today? We can always just cut the silence if it takes you a minute.
You said 1992?
1992.
I don't know if what this is telling me, if it's US or if it's Canadian, but it would be
at the time in 1992 we would have been close to par.
Yes, but I mean I don't know what the website's telling me.
Oh, okay.
Because it has like US, Canadian, something along the top.
Okay.
It says is equivalent in purchasing about 1,068,000. How do I read this number?
1,608,000?
No, 1,068,562.79. So $1.6 million essentially.
Yeah.
1.06 million.
$1,068,000.
$562.79. Yeah, that's insane.
1992.
Yeah.
Wow.
It said the dollar had an average inflation rate of 2.53% per year between 1992 and today, producing a cumulative price increase of about 122.62%.
Holy crap.
That's nuts. And if this is US, imagine what it like.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah. That's insane.
Plus she got what, 2 million?
2.7 million. 2700000.
00000. Sure, I think that's it. $6 million.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Like the purchasing power of the money that she received, I hope helped, change her life and help with the medical bills, because I know they would have been fairly costly.
Yeah, especially in the States.
And I just heard it was very just painful and devastating. Like,
yeah, skin grafts aren't fun.
Yeah, your whole body gets, there's a lot to do. Like, you have to risk infection and stuff like that. So
yeah.
Sucks. Like, no, I don't blame her for suing. Like, that's
no. But it's also crazy to think that there was a time when coffee and all that was like, it didn't say careful hot.
No, it's like, well, yeah, to us it's obvious now because we're a generation of like, duh, like, yeah, we have the internet, we know everything. But back then people were just trying to get by, and they didn't want their 60-cent coffee, and they gotta go to work, and this shit happens to them. Obviously it was too hot. So so this case sparked debate about they're calling it tort reform and the perceived excesses of the legal system. So the idea of like, is suing for something so mundane and trivial important? or how can we avoid doing, clogging up the legal system with things like that.
Well, it happens.
But it also raised awareness about the need for companies to prioritize consumer safety. So it was an important case. I'm sorry it happened to her, but changed the world.
Yeah, and the coffee definitely that's way too hot. Yeah. I don't think it would do that now.
No.
So many people throw coffee back at cashiers.
Yeah, which I think that should be a lawsuit.
Yeah, fuck you. If you're not nice to customer service workers and fast food workers, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, get over yourself.
Same without your tiny forks.
Yeah.
I'll do my first one as it's a... Yes? Oh, you're stretching. Oh, yeah. It's a well-known one that I didn't know about until, again, another podcast brought it up, and I had seen it on Netflix, the whole Pepsi Where's My Jet.
Oh, okay. There's a whole, Netflix thing on this.
Yeah. Right? So, again, 1990s, Pepsi and Cola were huge rivals, going back and forth with all their advertisements and stuff.
I kind of miss that.
Yeah, like I caught a little bit of it. I remember growing up in like Super Bowl ads and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like the polar bear for like Coca-Cola and all that. So in 1996, there was a Drink Pepsi Get Stuff campaign. And so consumers were encouraged to purchase mass Jesus Christ.
Purchase mass amounts
of Pepsi so that they could gain Pepsi points, so that they could exchange the Pepsi points for Pepsi stuff or fun prizes. So, you could have a t-shirt, a leather jacket, classy shades, and a $23 million Harrier fighter jet.
Which $23 million back in the 1990s would be like
$1 billion.
Almost $1 billion. Like 500 million.
So
much.
Pepsi executives assumed the astronomical price of the jet would make it impossible for anyone to obtain it. But they thought wrong after a college student.
Sounds about right.
By the name of, where are you, sir? Oh no, where'd his name go?
Was it Tom?
No, I don't think so. Anyways, college student. He was like 20 when he did this, and I'll read further and get to his name.
Yeah.
John Leonard.
Oh, I knew it was going to be Tom or John or something
he went,
mundane.
Fuck you.
Sorry, Tom. John.
I see you. I'm going to do it. So
challenge accepted before
what challenges. I'm reading from, because I couldn't find, other than people being like, this was dumb, I found 7 bizarre revelations from the series.
Oh, okay.
Which explains the thing. So the campaign was created by Brian Sweet. You know how have you seen the TikToks where they're saying Canada Schweppe or Schweppy for Canada Schweppes? It looks like sweat, like that.
Oh, okay.
He was their former chief marketing officer. It was pretty simple. Consumers were encouraged to buy and drink Pepsi to rack up points, and then they could get prizes. So kind of like arcade is what I'm thinking. Like you're trading tickets.
Okay.
Because I think you're trading the labels.
Okay,
to get
so you
points.
collect the labels or the caps or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So it was introduced during a TV commercial. So they offered a logo t-shirt, which was 80 points, a leather jacket, which was 1,200 points, a pair of sunglasses, which was 125, and then the prize of the $23 million jet, which was 7 million Pepsi points. What? So he said, it's clearly a joke. People don't offer military hardware as prizes.
Uh-oh.
However, John saw it in community college and was like, So he was an avid mountain climber and world traveler and figured that this jet would make his life a lot easier because he could fly places. Even though it's like a fucking military jet, it's still going to get places fast.
You have to get like a, fighter pilot's license for.
Yeah. So
something like that.
He worked a bunch of jobs to support his passions and yada, yada, yada. So he calculated he would need to drink 190 Pepsi cans a day for 100 years in order to obtain the 7 million Pepsi points.
That sounds so disgusting.
He was like, no. So he did a business plan with a guy named Todd Todd Hoffman. So he was his climbing buddy, and he was like 20 years older. So he had, some experience doing things. So they did this multi-million-dollar business deal. They labored out all the costs for everything, transportation, storage, and it was going to cost them $4.3 million to get all this done.
Holy crap.
So he needed to buy 1.4 million 12-pack cans of Pepsi, which is over 16 million cans. And then that would take up 600,000 cubic feet of storage. So he would need to store them across various storage units, warehouses, whatever. He proposed acquiring 6 warehouses across 6 metropolitan?
Metropolitan?
Yep.
Metropolitan?
Oh my God. Why do I suck at reading? I've never seen... Oop.
Did I just spill all that?
You did.
Sorry.
It's okay.
That's like my
number
one.
Hire people and who would cut and store the Pepsi labels for him because he needed that to get his points.
This is insane.
So he was impressed with his plan, but then he found an easier way in a shorter amount of time. So the contest rules, which were outlined in the fine print in the Pepsi catalog. Didn't know Pepsi had a catalog.
Me neither, but that was the 90s, so
he could buy his points by paying 10 cents for a point. So for 7 million Pepsi points, all he had to do was spend $700,008.50 because there was a $10 shipping and plus a $10 shipping and handling fee. So with Hoffman's help, they wrote a check and they sent it to Pepsi.
Oh my God! So they're just trying to buy how much was the jet? $23 million for $700,000.
Yeah.
Just getting that discount.
So, they did some research. They wanted to know if they could it was legal to purchase that jet. So he reached out to the Pentagon under another name and said he was a student who needed info for a school project. He got in touch with someone named Kenneth Bacon, the chief Pentagon spokesman from 1994 to 2001, who told him, yeah, it's legal as long as it doesn't have all the armaments on it. So I assume weapons.
Yeah, weapons. You can't be going around friggin' dropping bombs and missile launching at people.
Yeah. So the two guys were like, hey, once we get this, we'll show it at air shows. We'll do other things with it. We'll make money off of this. We can have another business opportunity.
Invest back.
So check gets to Pepsi and they were like, what? Because the campaign was a complete sham and the company did not have a jet to offer. So the main dude, Schwett, along with their former creative director, Michael Patty, and Jeff Mordoz, former COO of Pepsi's ad agency.
Okay.
Chief Operating Officer, I assume that's what it stands for?
Yes, that's what that is. You should learn that if you're going to be an admin person.
Were set on ignoring the check, hoping that, he wouldn't think anything of it, and they didn't want to encourage other people to send money.
Can you imagine? Imagine how many people would just be like, oh yeah, I could just buy a $23 million jet. It only cost me almost $1 million, but...
So Mr. Michael Patty here suggested that they just keep the money and then reward both of them with the model jet that they used in the commercial.
Oh, that's a scam.
So they did not. They didn't cash the check. They sent him a letter with 2 free product coupons in lieu of the promised jet.
That's it?
They went, thanks for the effort. Ha ha ha. It was meant to be a joke. For your troubles, here's coupons for 2 cases of Pepsi.
This guy wrote a business plan.
Yeah, so Leonard, John, was angry. So was his buddy. And they challenged the company. And as part of their legal battle, they reached out to attorney Lawrence Larry Shantz. But Pepsi beat them and sued Leonard first.
I'm not surprised. Pepsi's a huge conglomerate. So.
The main argument in Pepsi's lawsuit was that it was illegal for someone to actually buy a Harrier jet, contrary to the guy from the Pentagon's remarks. And for any offer to be legitimate, it has to be legal.
Fake news.
Fake news. I don't know who's quoting. Oh, this is what John says. I was surprised that they initiated a lawsuit, frankly. If anything, I thought there would have been a phone call, or there would have been, can we sit down and talk with you guys and see if you're real, if you're not real, if you really believe this ad, or you didn't, or whatever. We just filled out their instruction book and they followed it by suing us. So Leonard said that some random stranger even had to chase him to serve him with the paperwork.
Oh, man. That would have been one for the history books.
So eventually they were just left at his parents' house. I'd never been served for anything, but I just figured it wasn't a good thing. Pepsi then edited their commercial after, and the original 7 million Pepsi points for the Harrier jet was changed to 700 million. Underneath the newfound price was the disclaimer, just kidding, written in parentheses.
Oh, gosh.
So then some attorney was like, yada, yada, yada. He also represented Stormy with Donald Trump and something else for Nike. So he learned about the case.
Nike.
What do you say?
Nike.
Uh-huh.
Do you call it Nike?
I think I do. I don't know.
Oh, now I'm wondering if I've been wrong for...
I think it's actually Nike.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm concerned now.
He learned over the case from a friend, and he tried to jump in to help, and I think that's what started the whole Netflix documentary. Maybe not. I'm just reading, skimming, scanning. So, main guy, new attorney, didn't have the money to launch a $50 million ad campaign.
Whoa.
So in order to publicize Leonard's side of the story, they relied on free media like radio shows. They invited him to speak on air. So soon TV crews, television networks, and talk shows reached out to him. So I think that's what started the documentary.
Ah, I see. And it took this long to get it.
Yeah.
Insane.
So in the end, Leonard lost the Pepsi points case.
And they surprised.
The judge said no objective person could reasonably have concluded that the commercial actually offered consumers a Harrier jet. From a long-tenured federal judge's perspective, it may not have seemed like a legitimate offer, but I can tell you millions of my peers saw the commercial and thought it was an offer. That's from the main guy. He was like, hey. So, but I mean, this is why we read the fine print.
Yeah.
And this is why people probably write fine print now.
Yeah. Exactly. Change the world.
So today, the Leonard versus PepsiCo Incorporated case remains a critical one that's studied in law school, specifically in contract law courses. The case has been debated in classrooms, most students and academics siding with the plaintiff. I assume that's John. Or is the plaintiff Pepsi? I don't know what plaintiff is. I saw it a bunch when I was researching.
I can't remember.
So John and Todd are still close friends, and Todd underwent successful surgery to remove cancer. He's had cancer? Okay.
Well, that was a plot twist.
But yeah, so if people want to watch it, I haven't watched it. It's on Netflix. It's just called Pepsi, Where's My Jet? And they go deep dive into it. Jet? I mean, realistically, if you're going to show me something.
Yeah.
And you don't have fucking fine print that says, I'm kidding.
And you also have it in your little guidebook that says, if I can raise this amount of points.
Yeah, I don't need. Like, that's on you.
Legit.
I think you should have won.
I think he should have got better compensation
than two free cans and then getting cases and then getting sued.
Yeah.
I don't know if he actually like got sued. That wasn't.
Oh, that didn't get followed through.
But
it's still costly for like lawyers and stuff. Like,
right?
Insane.
So yeah, Pepsi, do better.
Yeah, where's my jet, Pepsi?
I'd be curious to like find the commercial and watch it. I'm sure it's in the documentary, but
yeah, it's probably in the documentary.
Just to see like what it was like.
Imagine how many like lost commercials and lost video and stuff is now just in only memory.
Blue is back. Win a Mac. You could win a MacBook Pro.
I don't remember what that was for.
M&M's.
M&M's.
Smarties.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And there was like there's a cat on a couch. Blue is back. Win a Mac. And then it changed to, you could win a MacBook Pro.
Aww.
I want to win a MacBook Pro.
Yeah. When was that? Like 2012?
I remember it coming out when I was in grade 6.
Something
so
like
close.
Yeah,
close.
Around there then. So my next bizarre lawsuit is called the case of Pearson versus Chung.
Oh.
Sorry, it's not versus, it's V Chung.
Yeah, versus.
Yeah. Also known as the pants lawsuit.
Is this about a judge?
I have no clue. I actually just kind of looked this up, copied it, and thought I'd save it for laughs.
Oh, okay. If it turns out to be about a judge and a dry cleaner, I read about it.
This might be it. This is in 2005.
Okay.
Roy L. Pearson. It is literally, if I had read the second line, it's a judge in Washington, D.C.
This one's funny.
Filed a lawsuit against a small family-owned dry cleaning business, Custom Cleaners, for $67 million.
Which is insane.
Back in 2005, that could buy you many houses.
Oh.
Across Canada.
So many houses.
Especially if it was U.S.
Even more houses.
You could just buy a majority of Ontario. Pearson alleged that the dry cleaners lost a pair of his pants, which he claimed were worth $1,000. And that they had violated consumer protection laws by failing to deliver on their advertised satisfaction guaranteed sign. So they had the sign that said satisfaction guaranteed hanging up. And I guess that's supposed to guarantee your satisfaction, which is just, I think...
Those things are so weird.
Comes back to, is this going to be obvious? Like, what level do you really think this is going to happen at? So the lawsuit garnered significant media attention and was widely criticized for its excessive nature. No shit. It's pants. It's your pants. Even $1,000, they could just pay you $1,000 and get a new pair of pants. Like,
and I promise you, your jeans or your pants, I don't know if it said they were jeans, are not $1,000.
Yeah, that's a lot. Well, I don't know. This is Washington, D.C.
Yeah, but it's also back in what?
2005. They had expensive shit back then.
Who's dropping $1,000 on pants?
I don't know. He's a judge, so he probably makes shit tons of money. Pearson's claim included compensation for emotional distress. That just gets me right there.
When they say that.
What? Attorney's fees and punitive damages. The case went to trial where Pearson represented himself, which as a judge that would make sense. But then again, how are you paying attorney's fees to yourself?
Yeah, really.
Dude's just trying to make a quick buck by using the actual loopholes in the law. Anyways, he represented himself, and after 2 years of legal proceedings, the judge ruled in favor of the dry cleaners, stating that they had not violated any consumer protection laws. Good judge. Smart judge.
Just wait.
Uh-oh. However, the damage was already done to the business, as the legal fees and negative publicity nearly bankrupted Custom Cleaners. The case highlighted the potential abuse of the legal system for frivolous claims and need for tort reform to prevent such extreme lawsuits from burdening small businesses. So those poor people basically went bankrupt because this asshole was like,
"You lost my pants.
You lost my pants." What a whiny dick. Red flags.
Oh, the red flags. Is there more to that?
Nope, that's it.
Because I saw a thing where they went, "Are these your pants?" And they had the pants.
Oh, they had the pants?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish something had followed up with that. That's awesome.
Yeah. And he was like, "Well, no, it's not them. I think it was them. I think they found the pants."
Ugh. That's insane.
Imagine it's a public laundromat. I think you just take that chance that somebody's going to take your laundry.
Yeah. Or it might get lost in a giant pile.
Yeah.
Because just go and do private. No, it's not public laundry. It's a dry cleaning service.
Oh, okay. It's not a laundromat, sorry.
No, it wasn't a laundromat. It's a dry cleaning. So they take the pants and they do all the...
Even then, bro, tickets could get messed up. Your pants could get, somebody else. I get that.
Yeah. Yeah, or they get static clung to something, and that's that. Or whatever. I don't know how dry cleaning actually works. It's called dry cleaning, and it really.
Yeah, I just learned about that.
Yep, that's a 30-plus-year-old person learning what dry cleaning actually is.
Makes no sense.
Don't get it, but here we are. Well, that was my case number 2.
I think that's funny that I looked at that one. My second one is from last year, maybe. It's McDonald's and Wendy's win a false advertising lawsuit.
Oh. Interesting.
This is from CNN. Wendy's and McDonald's have emerged victorious from a lawsuit that accused the fast food chains of false advertising. They do. Federal judge dismissed a lawsuit brought against two companies accusing them of selling smaller hamburgers than advertised and alleging the food doesn't look as appetizing in person.
True.
It doesn't. Like, if you look at cereal in a commercial, it's fucking glue.
Ice cream is just mashed potatoes.
Yep, with glue. Lots of glue. The plaintiffs complained. So I think that's the person
Plaintiffs?
Plaintiffs. I don't know. There's no E.
Plaintiff.
Looks like plan. In 2022, the lawsuit accused Wendy's and McDonald's of using undercooked patties in ads because fully cooked burgers tend to shrink. They look less appetizing.
Yep.
And that companies' ads cause harm to customers because they're receiving food that is much lower in value than what's being promised. Fair.
100% true.
U.S. Judge Hector Gonzalez ruled that Wendy's and McDonald's food images are no different than other companies. True. Use of visually appealing images to foster positive associations with their products. He said that disclaimers listed on the chain's website were prominent and gave objective information about the weight and caloric content of those meals. McDonald's and Wendy's didn't immediately return CNN's request for comment. I wonder why. Yeah. Major fast food chains, including Burger King, Arby's, Taco Bell, have all been targets lately for the same thing.
Yeah.
The explosion has been largely driven by the efforts of a handful of lawyers arguing that food in ads appears to be more bountiful than what customers actually get. We saw a record number of food litigation lawsuits filed from 2020 to 2023 with hundreds of new suits every year. Tommy Tobin, a lawyer at Perkins Coie in something of UCLA School of Law. Food litigation is a fast-growing area of law. In response, fast food chains deny the accusations. Burger King, for example, said about a similar lawsuit that reasonable consumers viewing food advertising know that our food has been styled to make it look as appetizing as possible.
i.e. people doing our jobs.
Yeah.
Graphic designing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I think is, I take the side of, their advertising is total BS, but at the same time,
you're stupid if you think your fast food is going to look like that.
Yeah, it's not going to look like that.
No. Never has, never will.
No, I've never seen a McDonald's hamburger ever
look nice.
Doesn't matter. I don't even eat hamburgers, but
no. I don't.
I look at the pictures and I'm like, no, not going to look like that. Or you see the commercials and they make it all spinny and look cool.
Yeah.
And ingredients are falling. It's meant to do that because they want to make it seem more appealing.
Yeah, if they showed you what it actually looked like, you wouldn't buy their product.
No, exactly. It would be a really ugly photo. Or, that they have somewhere in a museum, they have a McDonald's hamburger
Yes. I was going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Just doesn't decompose.
It's not decomposing. It's
fast
not
food.
Growing anything. It's not going anywhere.
Even
Neither
the bun.
is the cheese. Yeah, the bun ain't doing anything.
I understand the cheese. It's plastic cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese slices are like one ingredient away from plastic.
2% away from plastic.
Or like a step. I get it. But you know what? They taste delicious. So Kraft singles, you fuck. But yeah, I remember, I don't know where or when, but like watching a documentary type series on food advertising and like, they're gluing this, they're putting like plastic between this to space up the bun, and your cereal is actually not a full bowl, there's a bowl in it and they put water and glue in it, and then your cereal sits on top. Or they have mashed potatoes, they put glue in it so it looks like ice cream and it doesn't melt. Like you can't look at a commercial for food and go, yeah, that's what I'm going to get. Especially fast food.
Well,
Even like restaurant
people
food.
do look at the commercial and go, that's what I'm going to get. I'm going to order that. But you got to be realistic and realize.
Yeah, it looks appetizing. Sure. But it's never going to look like that.
It's not when it gets into your hands.
They're on a time crunch. They got like 10 seconds to make your burger.
Fast food. For a reason. Not that it's really that fast anymore, but that's nobody's working. And that's okay. It's understandable. Also, we should all be cutting back on eating that stuff anyways.
I think I eat fast food once every couple of years.
Yeah.
It's so expensive now, too.
It is so expensive.
Like, why would I bother?
I just like home-cooked meals so much nicer.
Yeah.
Like, I feel more fulfilled.
Leftovers.
Yeah. You get leftovers and
like I can use my plastic cheese at home and make a nice grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. Yum. So good case.
Yeah.
Nice.
They won, but
yeah, well, it doesn't surprise me.
I get it. It's also McDonald's and what did I say?
Wendy's?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a lot of money.
A lot of money. Yeah. So much money.
They're huge. Massive. Can't really win against them. It's a tough one. So, my last case is international.
Okay.
It's called the Great Emu War.
Oh my.
So this was in Australia in 1932. It wasn't necessarily a lawsuit, but it involved legal and military action. So
for fucking emus?
Yeah, just wait for it. This could be terrible. I don't know. The notes that I took on this might miss the point.
It's okay.
Anyways, in 1932, Australian farmers in Western Australia faced an infestation of emus, the large flightless bird.
An infestation?
Yep. They were overtaking everything.
That sounds like the pythons in like the Everglades.
Just everywhere.
Like,
can you imagine 1932? The emus are coming.
At least the ostriches don't look as creepy.
That's true. Emus are weird.
Yeah.
So they were damaging crops and causing significant economic losses because you damage crops, and farming was kind of a huge thing in 1932.
They seem like bugs. Like, they seem like the buggy type of bird. Like the Emmanuel on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just a bug.
Just gonna bug you. Gonna eat the bugs. Gonna eat the crops.
And peck your eyeballs out if you get near me.
So the government decided to intervene, sending soldiers armed with Lewis guns. Sorry, light machine guns. They're not handguns.
Light machinery.
Just light machine guns to go after these emus.
God.
So they call it culling the emu population. However, the emus proved to be more resilient than expected. This is just real. This is the best thing I think I've ever found on the internet.
Oh God, where was Steve Irwin?
Well, not born yet. This is 1932.
Oh fuck! I didn't listen to that part.
The operation was widely regarded as a failure.
No shit.
With emus continuing to wreak havoc on the crops. The Great Emu War is often cited as a humorous example of human-wildlife conflict and the unintended consequences of attempting to control natural populations. Well, not a, traditional lawsuit. It underscores the complexity of legal and environmental issues, as well as the unpredictable outcomes of human interventions in ecosystems.
Instead of I get it. It's the 1930s. You said 30s.
30s, yeah.
Instead of corralling them, let's bring out the fucking machine guns. The light machine guns.
The light machine guns.
And then lose.
It's just...
They are flightless birds.
Like such an Australian thing. All right, well, we could use these as meat. We could use these...
Yeah, people eat emu. I've seen it on the Food Network.
Yeah, I think emus also provide either feathers or some kind of furs or something like that. Now anyways, or different other I've seen people with emu farms around here.
Yeah, there's emus around here.
So the thought wasn't to like, let's domesticate these like cows. Let's just take them out.
But lose.
It's wartime, which I mean makes sense. It's 1932.
Yeah.
So
when was the
war? World War One was 1915 to 1925. World War Two.
It was that long?
Yeah.
I thought it was 1914.
I can't remember when World War II started, but I believe it ended in 1945.
So they're like, they could have, was Australia in the World War?
I believe so.
I understand it's called the World War, but like Australia seems like so far off that they're like, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, it's hard because Australia was
not a nice place.
Not a nice place because most of the prisoners and jail people were sent down there because it's a fucking rough place to live. Have you seen the spiders, man? Yeah. Every time I see a spider post, I'm like, that's probably Australia. And you scroll down, it's like, yeah, this is Australia.
Huntsman spider eating an opossum.
Yep. No, thank you. Sorry. I'll visit for a very short period and then leave your continent.
Yeah.
I love you all, though. You're so cool. I love your accents.
Yeah.
New Zealand, too. You're in there.
Mm-hmm. How do you lose?
The emus. They had their powers back then.
Oh, God.
They were worshipping some kind of wizard.
My last one, after, searching and going, this isn't good enough, I found a Reddit post that...
Back to the classics, Reddit.
Now that I look at the username who asked...
Uh-oh.
Who said it.
Oh,
you got a creepy thing, and their name is Dr. Sneak, but they've got like weird like masks with like bloody eyes.
Oh.
Somebody had asked, what's the craziest lawsuit you've heard of? And they go, I can't remember specifics without Googling. I heard one about a burglar getting trapped in the garage of a house he was attempting to rob, trapped for days, had to live on dog food. He sued the homeowners. He won.
Oh, I have heard of that one.
So there's an edit. October 1998. I was almost born. Terrence Dickinson of Bristol, PA. Is that Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Was leaving a house he had just finished robbing by way of garage. He was not able to get the garage door to go up because the automatic door opener was malfunctioning. He couldn't re-enter the house because the door connecting the house and the garage locked when he pulled it shut. The family was on vacation. He was locked in the garage for 8 days. He subsided on a case of Pepsi he found and a large bag of dried dog food. He then sued the homeowner's insurance, claiming the situation caused him undue mental anguish. The jury agreed to the tune of $500,000.
How do you get stuck in a garage?
How do you sue somebody you're robbing?
But how do you get stuck in a garage? Like, every garage door, even in the 90s, had a safety thing that you just unlatch and then lift the door.
Maybe they were like super rich and they didn't have that feature. I don't know.
Freaking weird.
I thought that was hilarious. I was like, you just robbed a house and now you're suing them because you had to be stuck in the garage because you were stupid enough to rob their house.
The fact that he won.
He won. $500,000.
That's insane.
Like, what?
Well, they must have been rich if they could actually.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not true. You can get sued for money that you don't have.
True.
Just have to claim bankruptcy and
True.
stuff.
I could have Googled it more. I didn't.
That's just wild. As soon as you started talking about that, I was thinking of the movie, though, Inside with Willem Dafoe. It's a wild movie. Basically, the same kind of thing happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's trying to break in and steal some art, like fancy art and stuff, and get into a safe in some really, really rich person's house. Well, it's an apartment or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And gets trapped for, I don't even know, because it's so like artistic that you don't really count the time or the days, but there's like no food. There's like no water after a while. The temperature gauge gets broken on.
Oh my God.
And it goes from like super hot to super cold, and nobody can hear him like screaming because it's all soundproof because it's an uber rich, like it's a nightmare movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just don't know if in the end he survives or he just dies there and nobody ever comes back to this apartment.
Oh.
It's just a wild ride.
cat hair on my mic. Somebody had like followed up the post, and it's Piano Man Gidley said, "This is precisely the case I thought of as well as soon as I read the question. There needs to be some sort of karma clause in law. Your Honor, I would like to enter a plea of that fucker had it coming."
You're right.
Like, bro, you just broke into my house. You're mad that the door locked behind you, which I don't have doors in my house that once you close them, like you lock and then you close it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to lock my door once it's closed.
Yeah.
So I don't understand those.
I mean, we have an auto locking one on our front door.
Yeah.
But like it's accessible by key and by code. But you could also break that door down if you were super desperate.
Where did he get in?
Yeah.
Why didn't you go where you got in?
And also, how come you can't open the garage door?
Yeah, like you can't break a window.
They
have windows.
They have windows. Maybe broke into a window, got into the garage.
Yeah, decide I'm gonna exit it. Yeah. What an idiot! But he won.
Exit through the gift shop garage.
Yeah.
Except not get trapped because you don't know how to lift a garage door.
Yeah. Crazy.
What a dingus.
Yeah. Crazy lawsuits.
Some fun stuff on this episode. Now you are going to read Hannah.
Oh, I was like, oh, what am I doing?
You forgot this one. Now I'm assigning you homework right now. Read Hannah's story about phobia.
Hi. Okay, so love the podcast discussing phobias this week. I have a phobia to share with you. I have no idea what it's called, but I have a crippling fear of mice. I see them and get straight up frozen with anxiety and fear. This was fun, Hannah. I didn't know this about her.
I'm sorry you have a fear of mice. I think that's a fairly common thing, though. Lots of people super terrified.
Just a little.
I'm looking it up. Fear of mice is called Suriphobia, Musophobia, Murophobia. Okay, Siri, calm down. That's the 3 names of that. It's the most common phobia in the world.
Oh. Well, that matches Hannah, and I can cut this, I'll ask her. She's got the most common blood type, too.
That's pretty common. I mean, it is common, so. I don't actually know my blood type. Did you figure out yours?
I did. I'm an A positive bitch, which is the second most.
I was like, are you special, though? I can't remember what mine is. I haven't done blood stuff since high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I tried to donate blood, but then I almost passed out.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm never doing this again. It was an awful feeling.
Yeah, I missed that. I donated blood last Friday.
No, I think I'd be okay to do it now.
Yeah. I was fine. She just tipped my chair up.
I think I just needed to have a snack or something before.
I had a bag of chips. I had a juice box. I had some cookies.
I don't think I'd eaten all day.
Yeah, that'll
do it. I was in high school, so.
Yeah, the trick is to drink a lot of water, too.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I was just not prepared for it.
To be honest, the finger prick hurt more than my arm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it still hurts.
Ouch. Yeah, you've got a lot of nerves in your finger, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it would be something I might do in the future. I definitely encourage people to do it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I just have really low blood pressure, so it's hard for me to. It's hard for me to do that because my blood pressure just tends to drop, and then I get into a fainting spell, and not fun.
I mean, the best place to pass out. You're surrounded by nurses.
Definitely want to encourage people to sign up and donate blood because you never know when you're going to be in the situation where you need blood.
Mm-hmm. And I know Ontario doesn't, but other places pay you to donate blood.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's cool.
In Alberta,
that makes sense.
They pay you to donate your plasma and stuff, so I think they do blood. But yeah, places do that because realistically, like, they sell it to the hospital. So
yeah, also strongly advise if you're a healthy enough person to look at organ donation.
I have so many of those forms upstairs.
I know, I do too, and this is just advocacy for like being a better person. I think we should fill those out and send them in.
I think I would do everything but my eyeballs and my skin.
I don't think I'll care. If I'm dead, I'm dead.
Skin
take it all.
Heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, but it's not like they're gonna just take your whole meat suit and strap it onto someone. They're just taking chunks just to make sure, skin grafts for ladies like Stella.
Yeah. So she had to take it from her butt.
Yeah, ouch. That's not fun.
You know what else is not fun? Your eyeballs are technically foreign in your body, and if your body realizes they're there, they will attack them.
Sounds about right. I'm surprised I don't have eyeballs now.
Or like the fact that you actually see upside down and it's flipped like a camera.
That's why looking at a mirror feels so weird.
Apologies to listeners, but you can hear my dad yawning and then coughing upstairs.
You probably won't hear it.
I can hear it in my headphones.
Anyways, so that was that. That was episode 8.
Do you have a give back?
My give back. It's always going to be a song, I think, for me.
Yeah.
I like giving songs. Greener by Taylor Acorn just came out. It's a great song.
Haven't heard of it yet.
It's really cute. It's about seeing the grass is greener on the other side.
Oh.
Well, she found the other side.
Oh.
And she's living happy.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's a really positive song.
I will recommend, only because I'm listening to it, or I keep hearing it in like mockery tones. T Swizzle and her new album. Where the heck?
Wait, is there another new album, or is this just
The Tortured Poets Department? It's like a double vinyl. It's like 31 songs or something. It came out last Friday. All the girls at work have been screaming about it, and I have not listened to anything. But, of course, yesterday, in my daily mix, I got 2 songs because Hannah was like, oh, listen to this. I listened to 1 song Sunday night. So, the one that I keep hearing on TikTok, and I'll read the one lyric, and maybe you'll have seen it. It's, I can do it with a broken heart. So, I cry a lot, but I am so productive. It's an art.
Why is that so accurate?
Hold on. I'm going to play that little section because it's on Spotify, or at least our Spotify won't get in trouble because it says I'm allowed to do this.
Oh, I like that.
I cry a lot, but I am so productive. It's an art.
It's just speaking to the right crowd right here.
Please hold.
I cry a lot, but I am so productive. It's an art.
Now you understand why I say mockery.
This feels like a commercial.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, Aaron, I have to send you the TikTok. There's one called Florida, and she just keeps going Florida, and they've made like a fake tourist commercial to it.
No. No, so I'm not going to insult Taylor Swift but I just feel like this was a strategic move on her part.
Oh,
to just
some of the songs are making fun of the fans.
Tons of money. Because people just buy it. Like they just
Florida.
eat it. Yeah. For the next tour, here's this album. I'm going to make fun of you all and make money off of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Signed to Taylor Swift.
Yeah. It is almost 10 p.m. Jesus Christ.
Where did the time go?
Okay,
and
peeps.
We have to work tomorrow.
Ew.
Ugh, gross.
You know the drill.
Yeah.
Please rate, review the podcast.
Subscribe.
We don't have a question, but by the time you're listening to this episode, hopefully, hold me to it. I'm putting it in the fucking episode. Erin's going to get a tattoo in 2 days. I'm going with her.
Yes.
I'm going to attempt to make a little reel, make a little vlog for TikTok and Instagram about us going on an adventure. And by the time you're listening to this, that is out. And if it's not, someone shame me.
Shame.
So be sure you're following us on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter, even though I keep forgetting to post on there.
Twitter.
Send us all of that is in the description. Send us an email. Let us know if you have been involved in a lawsuit. Actually, there's a question.
Yeah.
That would be
interesting. Have you ever been involved in a lawsuit?
Yeah. If you can't tell the specifics, that's fine.
Can you tell us what a plaintiff is?
Yeah, because I'm too lazy to Google that.
Answer our basic law questions, please.
Unapologeticintroverts@gmail.com. Is there any last word you'd like to say, Aaron?
Nope.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. And goodbye.
Bye.